Cambodia condemns all forms of violence and urges all parties involved in the ongoing Israel-Hamas fighting to exercise maximum restraint, as one of its citizens residing in Israel has been killed while trapped in the red zone. Hamas launched an unprecedented series of coordinated attacks into Israel from the Gaza Strip on October 7. At least 350 people in Israel were reported killed and nearly 2,000 injured as of press time, according to international media reports. Retaliatory airstrikes on the Gaza Strip were reported to have killed at least 313, including 20 children, and injured nearly 2,000. The Cambodian who was killed in the clash is among his 450 countrymen residing in Israel, the majority of them agriculture students, according to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation. Cambodia condemns all form of violence and terrorist acts and called on all parties involved in the fighting in Israel to exercise the utmost restraint and seek avenues for de-escalation and a ceasefire, said a ministry statement. While it did not confirm the name of the deceased Cambodian citizen, the Ministry of Cults and Religion identified him as Chon Udom in a social media post. Several local media outlets, including BTV and state-run AKP, also confirmed the victim's identity, noting that the 24-year-old was from Kandal Province's Ko Tom district. Udom was a third-year student from the Royal University of Agriculture's Veterinary Medicine faculty and was pursuing his studies in Israel. His last Facebook post was on September 20th, as he transited in Hong Kong on his way to Israel. See you next year, Cambodia. In its October 8 statement, the Foreign Ministry urged all sides to put a priority on protecting civilian lives and upholding international humanitarian law. We express deep regret over the outbreak of hostilities that took place on October 7th. This tragic escalation of violence caused the death of hundreds of innocent people, including one Cambodian student. We convey our heartfelt condolences to the families and loved ones of those killed on both sides. Cambodia urges the international community to redouble efforts to facilitate meaningful dialogue and negotiations towards a just and lasting peace. It is imperative that all parties engage in constructive talks aimed at addressing the root causes of the conflict and finding mutually acceptable solutions, it said. It added that the kingdom emphasizes the importance of prioritizing the pursuit of peace, justice, and security for all people in the region. It is essential for all parties involved to work toward a peaceful resolution that ensures the well-being and safety for all. Prime Minister Hun Manet sent his condolences to the bereaved family of Udom, saying the Foreign Ministry has been in constant contact with the Israeli government to ensure the safety of the remaining Cambodians trapped in the fighting. In an October 8 audio message, he said officials will coordinate the repatriation of the deceased student as soon as possible. The government will work with its Israeli counterparts to bring his remains home to the bereaved family for a traditional funeral in the motherland. The government will cover the repatriation and funeral expenses, he added. Manet noted that the government had worked throughout the night of October 7th and managed to get in touch with most of the Cambodian citizens who were present in Israel. 3 out of 4 students who were trapped in the red zone, among them the late Udom, have been evacuated to a safe location and are now staying with Cambodian consular officials. The Prime Minister said the kingdom's foreign and agriculture ministries are working constantly with the Israeli authorities to ensure the safety of all Cambodian citizens there. I reiterate my call for our citizens to keep themselves safe. They should follow the instructions of the Israeli authorities on the ground, amid this ongoing clash and highly volatile situation, he added. Former Prime Minister Hun Sen, as president of the ruling Cambodian People's Party, issued a similar call, instructing them to follow the authorities' instructions. In a same-day audio message, Hun Sen called on the public, especially the families of those present in Israel, to trust the government to resolve the matter. I call again on the families of our students in Israel to remain calm. If possible, they should try to contact the students in Israel and urge them to also remain calm, he said. A WhatsApp and Telegram hotline has been established on +855 8688 1688 for use as an emergency contact. The Cambodian embassies in Turkey and Egypt are also prepared to assist in case of emergency. They can be reached on +90 534 459 9689 and +20 115 627 9999, respectively. The Ministry of Agriculture, Forestry and Fisheries expressed its sadness for and share its condolences with the bereaved family. It also called on all Cambodian students to remain vigilant and take care of themselves by following the safety instructions of the Israeli government. U.S. Ambassador W. Patrick Murphy shared his commiserations on social media. I'm deeply saddened to hear a Cambodian student was killed during the terrorist attacks in Israel, especially as a father of university students. On behalf of the embassy staff, we offer our deepest condolences to the kingdom and all victims of these appalling assaults, he tweeted. Indian Ambassador Devyani Khobragde also shared her condolences. Our deepest condolences to all, especially Cambodian nationals, on the tragic loss of a student in the recent Hamas attack in #Israel. Our heart go out to you and all those affected by this devastating incident. May peace and strength find their way to everyone touched by this tragedy, she tweeted. UN Secretary-General Antonio Guterres condemned in the strongest terms the attacks by Hamas against Israeli towns, according to UN spokesperson Stefan Dujarric. Guterres is deeply concerned for the civilian population and urges maximum restraint and that all diplomatic efforts are made to avoid a wider conflagration. Civilians must be respected and protected in accordance with international humanitarian law at all times, said Dujarric.